right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, clean up on all the aisles at a local grocery store.
They just kind of like pulled in and they're like, why can't I get groceries?
What lies beneath that's causing the problem?
The stormy skies are mostly staying to our south tonight. The big pattern change that comes heading into this weekend.
But first tonight, 5 on Your Side continues pushing for answers about the growing homeless encampment at City Hall and how leaders plan to keep the area safe and sanitary.
Tonight, that encampment keeps growing. Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Mike Bush. Our Robert Townsend is live tonight outside City Hall. He's been digging into how the city intends to keep the grounds clean as more homeless people move in. Robert.
Mike and Ann, for the second straight day, I've been reaching out to the mayor, the president of the Board of Aldermen, and several alderpersons, hoping somebody could talk to me about this homeless encampment. Now, city leaders would not go on camera, but that's not stopping others from sharing their thoughts. This is the homeless encampment that's in the heart of downtown St. Louis. And as it apparently keeps on growing, trash keeps on blowing across the grass, the steps of City Hall, and along Market Boulevard.
If we see trash on the ground, we pick it up.
Tuesday, Gino McCoy told us he, his pregnant wife, and their 3 pit bulls have been living in tents here for 2 weeks. McCoy says he keeps his side of the City Hall encampment tidy.
Everybody pretty much pitches in to try and keep it clean.
At least 24 colorful tents popped up on the Market Street side of City Hall more than a month ago. Unhoused singles, couples, and families are living at the encampment, some right under the mayor's office.
We have elderly people out here, people have mental problems that are out here.
Longtime homeless advocate Larry Rice admits he helped bring an unhoused family here.
These people are exercising their First Amendment rights to protest a lack of shelter, no place to shower, no place to rest, just continue to keep on moving.
A mayor spokesman says the city is providing its unhoused population with services, encouraging them to go to shelters and helping others through its Tiny Homes Transitional Housing Initiative. Under that plan, the city used more than $1 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds to provide temporary living space for the homeless near downtown. Meantime, tourists trekking to St. Louis
very sad.
Have plenty to say about this.
As a visitor, I think they should be using some of the empty buildings. There are so many of them downtown that are fabulous. And why not house them in a...
I would have porta potties for them.
The mayor's spokesperson says right now there's no plan to put porta potties down here for these people. He tells me they want to get them in permanent housing. Now, I'm also told workers with the city's parks department are picking up the trash at this encampment every day. We're live downtown. I'm Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
Now to a live look at St. Charles tonight. Much quieter out there than it was 24 hours ago when severe storms moved through. Weather First Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is tracking storms to our south and a summer-like end to September.
And those storms tonight to our south, Mike, nothing like what we saw last night at this time across the area, especially out in St. Charles, down into parts of Franklin County. Here's a look in St. Louis right now. Pretty quiet across the area at this moment, especially when you compare it with yesterday. Radar pictures, it's not completely quiet for everybody. As you go far to the south of St. Louis, we do have some thunderstorms down across parts of Iron and Reynolds County. They're moving over into Madison County, Missouri. This is all sliding southeast, not going to impact any of us around St. Louis. But that upper level system, it's still spinning around the Great Lakes. And that boundary, it's still just to our south and southwest. So with that in mind, we do have to keep at least a chance for a shower or thunderstorm, mainly south of St. Louis in the forecast until early tomorrow. Just a chance, not expecting a repeat of what we saw last night into very early this morning. Sunshine will be returning later tomorrow and a toasty weekend ahead. We'll explain why in a few minutes, Mike.
All right, Scott. Developing tonight, an 18-year-old is dead after a double shooting in South St. Louis. It happened this afternoon on Osage near South Broadway. A second victim later showed up to the hospital. His condition is not known. Police have not released information on a suspect or what led to the shooting.
A St. Louis woman is now charged in the shooting of her co-worker. Today, prosecutors charge Maya Blankenship with first-degree assault. According to court documents, she shot her co-worker during an argument at the Family Dollar store near North Florissant in North City yesterday afternoon. The victim remains in critical condition right now. Blankenship also faces child endangerment charges because 2 teenagers were nearby at the time of the shooting.
Tonight, a Metro East grocery store forced to close. The culprit, an old coal mine.
It is causing asphalt to crack and buckle. Even a sinkhole has started to form. The city of Belleville has closed about 1 block of Queensway Drive behind Ruler Foods on North Belt Avenue. 5 on your side's Laura Barczewski talked with locals who've been watching this happen all over the city.
Weave and Wobble owner Nicole Shanks says over the last few days, she's watched the street just fall apart.
They shut the road down, and then I've had students texting me ever since asking if I was still in business. And I am. Everything's fine, but apparently not over there.
The Belleville Fire Department says it all started here in the street. They found out about the mine subsidence and realized it had reached all the way over to Ruler Foods, causing them to close the store.
It's unfortunate for the community because Ruler Foods actually is very busy during the evening. So it's been kind of shocking the last 48 hours to watch people like come, and they weren't aware of it either. So they just kind of like pulled in and they're like, why can't I get groceries? And now we know why.
The Illinois Department of Natural Resources says they were called out on Sunday to investigate and found the mine subsidence is roughly 300 feet in diameter and is still actively shifting. A local realtor, John Grissom, says this is about the time of year when they start to see subsidences pop up.
Then as we have a really dry summer or a summer that's really wet and then really dry and really wet, you see the ground shifting. And when this happens, these mines, these holes in the ground, tunnels, can cave in.
And it's something Belleville business owners actually have to plan for.
I know that there are mines in this area because we have to use that under our insurance policies.
Grissom says from his experience, they take a while to fix if they ever do fix the properties.
Typically, I think it's 3 years by the state before they'll fix it, that they come out and put pins down and then measure them and make sure they haven't moved. And when they haven't moved, I think it's 3 years. That's when they pay you out and recommend that you fix it at that point.
Reporting in Belleville, Laura Barczewski, 5 on your side.
In a statement, Ruler Foods says it continues to work closely with experts and city officials while the store remains closed until further notice. Customers are encouraged and welcome to shop at its stores in Fairview Heights and Collinsville.
Tonight, St. Louis County Police are asking for your help to locate 2 ice-cold bandits. The duo broke into a business on Big Bend near Doherty Ferry Road early Friday morning. Police say the pair caused nearly $1,500 in damage before stealing shaved ice. If you recognize them, you're asked to call St. Louis County Police. Tonight, a group of John Burroughs students are safe after a harrowing ordeal at the school's wilderness camp near Salem, Missouri. Search and rescue crews were called in late last night after the group didn't return from their hike. School officials tell 5 on your side the group lost daylight hours before they could safely return to base camp. In a statement, John Burroughs officials say, quote, "We are relieved and also very proud of our students. They followed their training protocols by setting up an overnight camp, supporting each other, and waiting for help. No one was hurt. The school says it will review protocols to ensure this doesn't happen again."
Tonight, the whole country is still talking about a Missouri teen's chair-turning performance on NBC's The Voice. 16-year-old Ruby Lee got all 4 coaches to turn their chairs with her yodeling rendition of Patsy Montana's "I Want to Be a Cowboy's Sweetheart." And her poor performance has gone viral.
Less than 24 hours after her national television debut, she talked with our Brent Solomon about all the extra attention and her thanks to fans right here in the St. Louis area. Brent?
And she's getting a whole lot of fans, guys. Ruby Lee is from a small town, Foley, Missouri, about 50 miles north of St. Louis. The 16-year-old is a star in the making, and now the whole world gets to see as she tries to convince viewers she's the voice. Catching the attention of all 4 coaches on The Voice is a rare feat. This Missouri teen did just that Tuesday night.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
The next day, I caught up with 16-year-old Ruby Lee, who will advance on the show.
It's definitely such a shock. I'm still trying to process everything.
Since the show-stopping performance, her TikTok soared from 300 followers to more than 35,000.
My phone's going crazy. I've got so many notifications. It's amazing. I love it. I'm like trying to respond to everybody.
The country singer who picked Reba McEntire as her coach has been singing since she was 9 years old.
I'm a self-taught singer. I don't come from a musical family or anything.
She's mastered it all.
I love like rock music. I love blues. I love like jazz. I've learned how to sing all those genres and do them different ways, but make them my own.
I asked if we should expect her to tap into those other genres, or if she will stick with country this season.
I wouldn't say to only expect country. I would say just expect anything, because you never know.
One thing's for certain, she's got the eyes of the world watching closely, and her hometown Missouri team cheering her on.
I would like to say, I love you. I really appreciate the love, and this won't be the last you see of me, so.
I don't think so. She tells me she's excited about this journey, but a bit nervous about the idea of possibly becoming famous. You can catch my full unedited interview with Ruby Lee right now on KSDK.com. Just click on the As Seen on TV tab.